Hola chica, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm getting some fresh air. I'm on a walk outside by my neighborhood and I started thinking, what is something that you would like to see more of? What is something that's going to really help you on a day-to-day basis as a female entrepreneur? And then it hit me, literally like a tree limb falling down, that working remotely. What are some tips that you could use to work remote and to figure out how to work remote and be productive in doing it? So in today's video, that is what we are going to talk about, and I'm going to share my 3 best, most feasible, doable tips that you can use literally starting today to work remote and be more productive in doing it. So let's dive in. Okay, so tip number 1 is to have a designated home office space. Now hear me out. You do not need to have an entire room dedicated to your home office. For a long time, I had a corner of my room in my den area that was my office space. And that is where I shot videos, that is where I worked, that is where I blogged, that is where I wrote, that is literally where I did all my work. So even if you just have a corner of your room in your house that is dedicated for work. So when you come to this space, you know, okay, I'm going to work here, and then once I leave this space, I am leaving work. So working remote, it's really important to have that space that you dedicate for that. Since about March of 2020, I do have a home office now, but like I said, before then, I just utilized what I had. And at the end of the day, that is what it takes, is to be appreciative of the space you have and what you can do with that. And then later on down the road, when you have more space or when you have maybe fancier equipment, if you ever do, you are more appreciative and grateful for that because you showed up and taken action despite not having that for a while. And at the end of the day, connections are going to be made no matter what. If you don't have the fanciest lighting, that doesn't still mean your videos are not going to be connecting with someone in your audience. In fact, it could connect with them more if they realize, wow, she's really DIYing this, her equipment. It's encouraging to me because I'm still in the stage where that's what I have to do. So the point is to just show up and feel productive and feel like you have a space and an area to dedicate strictly for work. Mentally, this is really important. I cannot tell you how many days I'd spent working in different areas of my house, working on my kitchen table, and then working somewhere else later on my couch. And my mind just never felt like it escaped work, which was not healthy working from home remotely, because I wanted to make sure that I was separating that work-life balance that I talk a lot about in my work-life balance video, which you should definitely check out as well while you're here. But having that designated area has been key for my mental health and being really, really consistent and getting the things that I need to get done more efficiently with my remote working. So my second tip is to take designated breaks. So I know that every schedule is going to have some flexibility, but you should have a consistent plan where from a day-to-day basis, you are taking time to get up and move and leave your workspace. When you leave that space and take time for maybe a walk outside in fresh air, or even to have a cup of coffee and be away from work for a little while, or to maybe journal throughout the day, or maybe even voice memo, speak what you're feeling throughout the day, and have just a breather and a break from your work task. That's going to help you be more productive when going back to your workspace. So I have Chilean in my family, and something that I love about the Latin Spanish culture is taking siestas. And honestly, there is definitely statistics that show that you are more productive when taking these siestas, so to speak, or breaks in the day, so that when you return to your work, you're actually more fueled and excited to return to work because you've taken that needed break that you maybe wouldn't have taken otherwise if you felt like you had to go 24/7. So working remote, it's easy to, get up and move around and maybe get lazy, or maybe think, oh, well, I'm already at home, so I might as well do this chore because I don't feel like working. Having time set aside to do those other things around the house or run errands or other tasks that you have, maybe it's taking care of your kids, picking up your kids from school, whatever that looks like for you, making sure you have a consistent, doable schedule is so important when working remotely. So my third tip is have something in your office space that sparks joy. So for me personally, I have a plant, I have one of my favorite quotes on a letterboard in my office, and I have natural light. So having at least 3 things in your office space that spark that joy is going to help you feel excited and feel really motivated in your space. You want to walk into that space and feel motivated, feel relaxed, feel organized, and feel ready to go. You do not want to walk into that space and feel frustrated, overwhelmed, distracted, and discouraged, because little things can cause those basically mental roadblocks in your remote working. It could be, there's stuff all over your office and you just can't even, it's not even functional. I would definitely say a smaller space that's organized and that sparks joy is more productive and more effective than a larger whole room that you might have that's just full of stuff everywhere. So you want to walk into that space and feel relaxed and excited and ready to create. You want to feel encouraged. You want to feel your creative juices flowing when you walk into this space. So I talk a lot about this on my Facebook group. If you have not joined that, you should definitely check it out. It's Chica Confident Amigas, at Chica Confident Amigas on Facebook. You can find it via my Facebook page, at Morgan Tyner, Chica Confident. And it's a private Facebook group where I share every single Friday what I call Coffee with Morgan T. And I basically will share various topics that are helpful for fellow female entrepreneurs. So there are women just like you in this group getting this value and getting to network and encourage each other. So I have a really big, it's very thorough video talking a lot about remote working. So if you want to learn a little bit more about that and you have a few moments, definitely go check out that video on my Facebook page. Again, it's at Morgan Tyner Chica Confident, and my Facebook private group is at Chica Confident Amigas. So these 3 tips, let's go over them one more time just for a refresher. The first is to have a designated home office space. The second is to get up and move around and take breaks throughout the day. And the third is to have at least 3 things in your office space that spark joy. So definitely reshare this video with a friend if you know someone who's struggling with remote working, maybe given the current circumstances that we have been in the past year in 2020 with the coronavirus. A lot more people are now having to work remote. So I really want this video to encourage as many amazing female entrepreneurs as possible. So thank you as always for stopping by, and be sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe for good vibes, because that's how this channel continues to grow. So I'll see you in the next one. Besos.